welcome back to the Reforger series. Today we're going to be looking at part 2 of becoming a sniper, and a special shout out to these guys who made a comment on my last video prompting this. Let's get into it. Positioning is one of the hardest things to master, but there are a few concepts to keep in mind to keep you ahead of the curve. You want to try and opt for a location that gives you good cover and concealment over one that gives you great visuals of the battlefield. Line of sight works both ways, and an enemy sniper will be checking the most obvious spots first. In this next clip, that's exactly what I'm doing. I can see that there's players sitting on this tower trying to spot our friendlies pushing in, so I'm just sitting there counter sniping them. The people on the tower have hundreds of spots to check, but I only have the one. Check it out from their perspective. This is what they were trying to deal with. You can still benefit your team even though you don't have visual on them. When you're looking for a spot, you don't need something that can see absolutely everything. In fact, I actually advise against that. You don't even need a spot that can see your own teammates. Here's what I do. Pick something you want to have visual on. A particular set of buildings, a common road or a road flanking your team, even a tree line. Anything you think your enemy could use to gain a tactical advantage during a firefight is a suitable target. Once you've decided your focal point, figure out where your team is attacking from. You'll want to stay adjacent to them or on the opposite side to them, as they will be making the most noise and attracting the most amount of attention. Staying near them will just mean more eyes searching for you. Pick a side and slowly work your way around your focal point, just until you get visual. This is now your first position. Anything that happens at this focal point is now your responsibility to call in and, if necessary, eliminate. I want to emphasize this. You don't need to directly watch your team. Trust them to do their job, and they should be trusting you to do yours. Notifying them of threats coming from your focal point can be the difference between survival. You don't even need to see much, just enough. Check out the next clip. Look how narrow my line of sight is, yet I still achieve my goal and even get a few kills in the process. You can use your high risk spots as well. Just be aware of the dangers and get the fuck out as soon as you can. Remember, you don't need to see much, just enough. Staying alive longer means you can deliver more intel. Before we talk about how to do that, I just want to mention one last thing with positioning. Once you master it, you should be able to predict the outcome of a battle before it even happens. I want to show you a clip. The voiceover you're about to hear from me was actually done live.
In the bunker, northwest of us. He's in that compound.
Okay, so now that he's called out my position over comms, I'm falling back. We're just gonna wait for them to clear it out. And when they go in there to clear me out, I'm gonna kill one and retreat. There he goes. Up I go, and I fuck off. Let's talk about being an effective communicator. I follow a template. Who, what, bearing, and distance. When calling things out, it's a great idea to follow this as it keeps every word relevant. It's easy to say too much or too little over the radio. Refer to the group or person by name. It's a lot more effective when you say their names as opposed to, hey dude, that's over by objective alpha. What you call in is completely up to you. I personally would call in any enemy presence I actually see. Bearing and distances is pretty straightforward. Northeast southwest is all you really need, and with distance, just estimate it. If it's urgent, you can always say danger close. Here's an example. Elder Hickory, enemy infantry, southeast of your current location, danger close. That's all you really need to say, but you can always add more if you want to. One of the most underutilized features I see is map markers. Incorporating them into your gameplay can help your team drastically. Here's something I like to do. Mark out major roads you can see. You can call them anything, but I advise to use the word road in front of it. That way, when you see an enemy traveling down the road, you can call their position out on radio and help your team prepare for an ambush. Even if you're not at the objective anymore, your friendly forces can continue to use them and provide valuable intel. So please, start using them. Thanks for watching guys. Let me know if you want more sniper related content or if you want me to cover another role.